I'd love it if you wouldn't look at your watch and adjust based on your watch. Don't let your watch coach you tomorrow. Let your brain and your body coach you. And especially if you dial it back because your watch says you're going too fast, you're making a mistake. Let your body tell you where your groove is and then stay in that groove. But I'm gonna be out there somewhere because I wanna check in with you to make sure our brains are still active and we're ready to go to the finish line. So whenever we talk about race strategy, if you can't absorb it and you can't believe in it, I gotta adjust it. But if you can believe in it and you will adopt it, then I know we'll be successful.
Easy one, two by 1 mile at 5:40 pace, so 85s per 400. I found this track pretty close to the hotel, so as long as we don't get kicked off, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna zone out. All right. Ready? Yeah. Just know.
Sean, how was that?
That was good, a little fast, but felt good. 5:48. I don't know what my race pace is. 5:50, 5:55.
Sweet. 5:35.
Good to see you. What's up, man? Marcus. Nice to meet you.
What's up, Mike? How you doing? Good.
I figured the blue shoes would be seen at a distance.
Come on, really? Oh,
This is Clay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Clay.
Nice to meet you.
It's first half marathon then.
No, this is
So
my
like last time we were pacing
fourth
Colleen.
Oh, okay.
But this is definitely the hardest I've ever trained.
The whole way and then
Gotcha.
really hard.
He ran
Well, lower the
128
temperature and
in New
you'll be
York.
just fine. Yeah.
She ran
128, so 7-minute pace, a little under. I didn't know we were.
Hello. How are you? 2576. Yeah.
It gets mental time, right? That's the time you got to go, oh, it's go time now, guys.
Okay.
Hold this pace, last throughout the rest of the race, and you're golden. So 10.1, go time, 12.5, you got to think to yourself, I don't care how I feel. I don't care. Nothing matters.
Yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other and close the deal.
Good to see you. How are you? This is Mike, our coach. This
Hi.
is Luke.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Luke.
Oh, I get it. How are you? Good to see you. So they're the carbon plated racer, second version. Thanks. Yo, are you running tomorrow?
It's all expo
Holy
stuff.
shit. What are you trying to run?
Probably I'll try to break 112.
Think of 113, but
What are you gonna start at?
5:30. I'll answer that. He's going to run 5:30.
5:30.
yeah,
Yeah,
about 5:30.
that's 112.
Okay. I'm gonna start 5:40s and just
Work it
ease
down.
into it.
Run with him.
All right.
Because I closed like in the full I went 5:45 for like 2-3 miles. So we closed to 5:30s the whole middle, and then I closed last mile 5:19.
No, I better just stand up. I can't look like I'm yelling at you guys. So tomorrow, number one, Sean, this is a long run. This is not a race. Let the race go off. Let yourself get into pace, into rhythm. This is just kind of like an aggressive long run. And when you ease into the pace, I'd love it if you wouldn't look at your watch and adjust based on your watch. Don't let your watch coach you tomorrow. Let your brain and your body coach you. So if you're adjusting, and especially if you dial it back because your watch says you're going too fast, you're making a mistake. Let your body tell you where your groove is, and then stay in that groove. Then once you turn the corner at 10:1, you will know where this is. 10.1 miles, you're gonna turn the corner, and then the next 2 miles are going to be fairly aggressive downhill. 6-minute pace out here you're gonna feel like you're jogging, honestly. So that's you. And I'm gonna be somewhere after the turn, honestly. What are you laughing at me?
At 10.1?
No, I'm not telling you where, but I'm gonna be after that turn.
Surprise.
Yeah, no, I don't know where I'm gonna stand, but I'm gonna be out there somewhere because I wanna check in with you to make sure our brains are still active and we're ready to go to the finish line. And Marcus, you have no race strategy. You are gonna lock on to Eric, and all I want you to do is be his best friend. I mean, wherever he goes, I go. If he goes this way, you go that way. If he goes this way, you go that way. Don't do anything. Lock on to him and fall asleep. All right, start lines that way.
Yep. Dog.
Sure. Nice and easy.
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
All right, guys, have fun. I'll see you out there.
Coming in there. All right, Marcus. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Down. Let's run fast. It's a great course to get it done.
I felt really good when I saw you. I think in the race videos we've made in the past, a lot of the courses are loops. Just hard to get a lot of footage being in a new city, and there's really only one clip of us running. And I think Carl was at mile like 11 and a half or 12. Looking back on it, 3 days after the race, I think I couldn't have asked for better conditions. The course was flat. I think there was 200 feet of elevation loss over the course of the race. And what made it really easy was just sticking with Floberg for a majority of the race. He had his race plan, and I was just going to kind of tail off of him. So I didn't look at my watch a single time the whole race. I was kind of on my own. I mean, he wasn't very far behind, but I was on my own from like a mental pacing standpoint, but still even then didn't look at my watch at all and just tried to hold the pace or get a little bit faster as we were getting later into the race. And then finished hard. Saw Mike at mile 11 and a half. He just kind of did a mental check-in, and I said, I feel great. I saw him on a small hill, and I felt great going up it. I remember just like telling myself to keep churning my legs and keep my turnover high, and yeah, the race finished around 1:13:32, and it was like probably one of the best races I've ever done. So from like a time and how I felt standpoint.
You know, I don't want it to like come off poorly, but like I'm not super happy with the race I had. I ended up finishing like 1:19:52, I think, which isn't technically a PR. I ran faster in New York, so it's a little bit disappointing not to PR on a course that's supposed to be like technically easier than New York City. At the same time, I'm happy that I'm pretty healthy. It was a pretty tough training block post Chicago, just dealing with like a bunch of lingering stuff, injuries and such. At the same time, it's always fun getting out there, and especially like with everybody and enjoying the experience.
Kind of going along with what Sean said about just the overall experience of doing this as kind of like a team race. It was very enjoyable flying together and just like rooming together and then eventually racing together. And I've been able to train with them a lot on this block, doing kind of the long runs and some of the track workouts. So it was a lot of fun and it felt very collective going into it. And then I ended up running a 1:20:12, which was a big jump from my last race.
How many minute PR was that?
That was about an 8-minute PR, a little over 8 minutes from the New York City half.
What the end goal I think for Clay is to qualify
Yeah.
in the half marathon, New York City half. I think it's sub 1:21 is the qualifying into the New York City marathon. So that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'd like to run that with Clay, and so would Marcus. I don't know if I'll be ready to race again, but 1:21 is not going to be easy regardless in New York City. So I think it'll be fun for everyone.